What's up, everybody? Remi Adeleke here. Some of you may know tomorrow, August 10th, is my 40th birthday. And for my birthday, I want to give away some things, two things in particular. The first thing I'd like to give away is 15% off our entire Kejo Wear website. That's right, tank tops, joggers, t-shirts, sweaters, absolutely everything is going to be 15% off. You don't need the discount code. It's going to automatically be applied when you hit the checkout. And that sale is going to start tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because today is the 9th. And it's going to end tomorrow on my birthday on the 10th at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's the first thing I'd like to give you off of my 40th birthday. The second thing I'd like to give you guys is just some wisdom that came to me as I was doing some reflecting over the last few days. I'm getting ready to turn 40. I've just been doing a lot of reflecting on my 30s. And as I was reflecting, it blew my mind as I realized how much I accomplished in my 30s. And I'll give you a list of things that happened to me in my 30s. One, I honorably completed my military service in my 30s. I had 4 kids in my 30s. I started 3 businesses in my 30s, Adeleke Consulting, 8th Wonder Entertainment, and Kejo Wear. I started a new career in entertainment in my 30s as an actor, a screenwriter, consultant, and now a director. I started a new career as a published author with my memoir, Transformed, in my 30s, and an upcoming fiction thriller series, Black Box Chameleon. I hit the 10-year mark as it relates to marriage in my 30s. I bought my second home in my 30s. I traveled the world for business work that was outside of the military in my 30s. And there's just so many things that I was able to do in my 30s. And as I was reflecting on my life, you know, the lesson that I got out of that was you never know how your previous years are preparing you for your next years, right? Every moment of our lives counts towards something. We are constantly building for our future selves, whether we're building towards something positive or whether we're building towards something negative. And when we look back on our 20s and 30s, we'll either be grateful for what our past selves did for us, or we'll be regretful. And my hope is that we'll all be grateful, you know, for what our 20s did for us and for what our 30s did for us, because our 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s, they are always setting us up for the next thing. And for example, like in my teens and in my 20s, I joined the military, and that set me up for when I got out of the military honorably in my 30s. If I didn't serve honorably, I wouldn't have been able to get out in my 30s, and serving in the military opened up so many doors for me as a speaker, as a consultant, as a writer, and working in entertainment. I met my wife in my 20s, right? And we started our family in our 30s. We wouldn't have been able to start our family if we didn't meet in our 20s. So I made sure to choose the right wife in my 20s, which set me up for my 30s. And it's just, those are just 2 examples. As a matter of fact, the last example, I bought my first house in my 20s, and it was a small home. But because I was able to buy my first house in my 20s, that prepared me to buy this big house, which is way more expensive and way harder to manage in my 30s, right? And so we're always preparing for our next chapter. You know, we can't waste these moments. We can't waste our teens and waste our 20s and waste our 30s and 40s, because they're all building towards something. And as I say this, I'm just getting so excited about what I did in my 30s and how that's going to set me up, bless me, grow me, and bless my family in my 40s. So that's the main message I want to give you. That's the second gift I want to give you outside of the 15%. I just want you to just realize that all of this matters. You know, take advantage of your teens, take advantage of your 20s, take advantage of your 30s in a good, positive way, because all of those moments in those years are setting you up for your next decade and your next decade and your next decade, right? Nothing can go to waste. So God bless you. I hope you enjoy those 2 gifts. Don't forget to go to kejowear.com and get your 15% off of all your Kejo Wear stuff, because remember, that's your first gift. All right, God bless, out.